Mike. I just want to say that any information you get from these videos that you think will work for you, have it checked out with your nurse practitioner, your doctor, your diabetes center. A, to check for accuracy, and B, to see if it'll work for you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye now. Good day, Mike's Diabetes World. Hope you're all well. Well, Nico and I are out. It's after actually just turned over into noon here. And we thought we'd talk today about a diet issue. Now, it's not going to be talking about how many grams of carbs you have to have in your diet to be healthy. It's not going to be that, a diabetic can't have that food or this food. When does having certain foods become cheating? Well, you said I could have this. Well, you have to find out. You have to look at how much carbs are in a certain product and then take insulin accordingly. Did not mean that you could go off and have X amount of carbs with no consequences. If you don't take your insulin, you will have consequences, pure and simple. You can, if you go out to dinner for a special event, you can have a dessert. A lot of times, phone ahead or online, take a look at the menu. Plan and say, okay, well, what's the best choice? Now, I've said this in other videos, and if you want that hot fudge sundae dessert, find out how many carbs are in it before you order it. Then adjust your insulin. Now, insulin pumps nowadays automatically do that for you. So be aware of yourself when you're eating. Now, Mike, nothing happens to me there. So, I must have had too little insulin before. So I'll try this. Doesn't work that good. There, it's a little bit there. Your body, you may have been lucky and you may have cut down somewhere in the day. Or you could end up in the hospital because you have such a high blood sugar. Just because, you try something and you didn't get a whole bunch of high blood sugars or ketones or whatever, you're fine, you can do that. So every day you start having it. And your blood sugars are going to start to represent this. They're going to get higher and higher. You need to be aware of what's happening. You have to look for hidden glucose. There are so many products that you may count. Okay, this has such and such because it has X, Y, and Z in it. But X, Y, and Z could be carrying sugar as well. Don't be fooled. Read what it says on the side of packages. So often people worry that, I can't have this one little thing because my doctor said not to. Most of the things the doctors say not to depends on if you have them every day. Therefore, you shouldn't have things every day. Just because you're lagging at 4 o'clock every day, oh, I have to have 4 cookies to speed me up, or I have to have a piece of cake. So, a lot of diabetes has to do with planning. You have to be able to get up and go to bed, usually at the same time works the best. And then you make sure you don't miss a shot. Now, what happens if you have a high blood sugar at night? I don't know. I sleep very well at bed, but I'm extremely tired in the morning. Yesterday I was high. So, you need to be better protected. Wait a minute. I could go to sleep again, but my sugar is 15 something. So it's just with a high blood sugar. Most of the time, if I drink a big, I think it's a liter, but one of those movie plastic cups, oh, I usually drink that full of water. But you know, one of the morning shows, so when you count your calories and you know your carbs and you know how much insulin you have to take to cover it, then that's not cheating. Cheating is when you cheat against yourself. And again, you're only hurting yourself. Cheating is when you have that piece of pie at dinner or lunch and you don't have enough insulin in your system to utilize it. So people continue to, take it and then just walk off, and enough is enough. And if you cheat, you're going to be dragging. Now, from years of experience in an office environment, I used to go out for lunch and, I need energy for the afternoon. So I grabbed a snack or I drink pop or, something just to give me that little kick of energy. Well, it doesn't work. It just makes your blood sugar high. And then you seem to want to pass out. Not pass out, but just go and fall asleep for a bit. It's not great, but it does happen. You can also ask for half portions if you think the carbs are too much. Oh God, that's a big one. No one does. So you just are dragging at the end of the day. Now, I deliberately took some pop today, and the whole reason was so I could do this video in real time and to understand what could be wrong. And with me, it's a high blood sugar. Now, I took a picture of what I'm like in this state, and I took a picture of what I'm not like in this state. I think you can pretty well see the difference. Make sure I can almost believe that parents now are looking into their kids. I hear diabetics hide it in their ears or in their eyes. Well, I don't think so. But go ahead and take a look. It's a weird feeling. When you're high blood sugar, your eyes start to droop. Well, not droop, but you're more likely to want to nap. You don't have any energy because there's not enough insulin there to unlock the door and get the food in. Now, my plan for diabetes is to have a certain amount of carbs, but I can choose what I want to have. If it's all junk food, it's not going to do any good for me. And then I get insulin based on those. I think in reality, my body may be requiring more insulin. I'm usually high during the day, and then when I don't eat, my blood sugar really drops. Now, what to eat when you have a low blood sugar? Now, the idea is, first of all, most people will feel low, whether it'll be the shaking, or they hear the heart in their ears, or be vigilant with your blood sugars. We've talked about this enough. Your blood sugars need to be as normal as possible to ward off any complications. Now, through my diabetes career, I've been all over the place. I've been high, I've been low. Hell, I was in the hospital for 9 months trying to solve. I had many different doctors looking at this, and I had great doctors. But we couldn't find the reason why I just couldn't get controlled. Well, I was sent home, and I was on 2 insulin pumps, and sometimes I wonder, if I should be on 2 again. Well, one was insulin and one was glucagon, and I slept all night with the glucagon. And I just wonder if that's something I should do nightly again. You know, we do the concoction, fill it up, and over the night it would give me glucagon. That's something if I'm getting the new pump. Oh, sorry, big announcement. I got a call from Medtronic. Yay. And they approved me for a new pump. So that's going to be awesome, and hopefully it'll give me tighter control. So there's a little bit of changes. I have to go for retraining, but it'll allow me better carb adjustments, closer to reality on the blood sugar. The charts are easier to read. It's a little different layout, but all is good. Most people get the equipment and then they don't use it correctly. I know back in the day, I was given a glucometer. I really wasn't shown how to use it. But back then there were a hell of a lot of steps. And so, yeah, I'd take it every now and again. but I didn't know how it would affect blood sugars and eating or anything. But now, most of the commoners work the same. They may call their buttons different things, or they may look different, but they function pretty much the same. So you're able to get a blood sugar that talks with your machine, and you'll be able to calibrate your insulin and everything. So I think September, that may be something I need to look at just for the night, not through the day. I'll have a newer pump that would be able to do it. But ideally, I could wake up and have a snack. But I don't think that's going to help much. So just giving myself glucose during the evening would probably be the best way to curb this. Because I go from a super high down to nothing. Well, it's beeping that I have a low blood sugar. There's always something. Like the other day, it rang because it needed a battery change. And there's always something ringing. I know this is probably difficult to build into the pump, but I really wish they would come up with different alarm settings. Because I don't know how many other diabetics are out there and they listen to this alarm all the time, and it's a pain. And we start tuning it out, and people say, oh well, you have an alarm going. So hopefully this new pump will allow me better control. I had the other one for 4 years? For 5 years, and it worked well. It's been going great, and I love my pump. So I want to keep it utilizing the best I can, give me the best control. So often, Nico, you have to be vigilant, and I still have to find my book. I want to know what I did with my book. But, because it was a good diabetes book, I printed stuff off. I learned about plans. I had a high blood sugar plan. I had a sick day plan. And now I think I need it. I just feel I need it. I feel like I really do need more insulin. At least during the days, during the afternoon. I think my body is kind of saying, oh well, you need more insulin. Because I can't keep eating like the way I am. And I don't mean eating just for the sake of eating. I mean I'm having sugar because my blood sugar's high, and it just keeps driving along. And it's so easy. I have an excuse, I can eat, but you need to ensure that you take care of yourself. Follow the guidelines as closely as possible. Keep your blood sugars as close to normal as possible. That's going to stop you from having complications or more serious matters. Stay hydrated. That's what I want. Because especially if you're on the pump, a needle can get dislodged and you'll become dehydrated very easily. But have a great day and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.